Welcome to the official Munzee podcast.
I'm Rob, also known as Coach V, your host and the president of Munzee.
And I'm Craig, also known as See My Shell. I'm an avid Munzee player and I'm here to explore the game further.
Each week, we'll delve into Munzee's mysteries, divulge some secrets, and inform players from around the world just what is coming your way.
So sit back, relax, drive your car, have a cup of coffee, whatever it is you do. Today, Rob, I've got to apologise to everyone and go from there. I made a mistake. I'm human. That's okay. Wow. But then we've got to talk about the week that was, and we've got some new things coming up for this month, the end of this month, and also next month as well, Rob. Oh, some big things are in the mix, I say. And again, you've got something in the show notes with question mark. So hold your ears, everyone, because Rob may be spilling some beans, I dare say. But anyway,
maybe,
mate, I'll start first. I've got to do my apology out of the road so I can get it over and done with. So I've got to apologise. I made a mistake last week's episode. I said about cards and the points for cards. Cards are actually different points to what I thought they were at the time. I was flying off the cuff, and this is what happens when I don't do my math. My mathematics skills aren't on point. I said when you cap a card in triple points and double point boost, you get 600 points. That was incorrect. 4 people, Rob. 4 people actually messaged me going, Craig, that's wrong. That mathematics is incorrect. I'm like, oh, it is too. It was actually 300 points per card, not 600 points. So I do apologize for those people. But Rob, at the end of the day, guess what I was doing? It was a test, mate. It was a test. I was seeing who listens to the podcast. That's what it is.
Well,
and 4 people listen. So.
Yeah, you definitely found out, didn't you?
Exactly. We've also got to say as well, there was some confusion out there in regards to the double, triple, like the whole thing as well, when people put boosters on. So what was happening, Rob, is that some people out there had a double point boost on top of the triple points weekend, and when they'd cap, like for instance, example, a greenie, and it came up saying they had 5 times points, but it was giving the 6 times points booster, like 6 times points in total.
Yes.
So it was 120 points for a greenie instead of the 100 points if it was 5 times. So the points, everyone's points were correct, but sometimes the code itself was 5 times and not 6 times, but it was 6 times because Rob, you can, again, maths wise, you can take this out of context, right? So what I mean by that is triple points is triple points on the original point.
Yeah.
Double points could be classed as double points on the original point. So that's still 5 times.
Yeah.
See how it's a mistake? Yeah. So, but don't worry, everyone. Everyone out there got 6 times points if you're using a double point booster on triple point products. And so you all should be happy from there. Rob, that's me. And that's my, my apologies, and my math skills are going out the window.
You really messed up last week with your, numbers. But what's crazy, I'm the one that used to be a math teacher, and I just kind of let you run with that, and I wasn't doing any checks on it. I think I had already checked out and moved on to whatever was next, and so, I just sat there going, yeah. So.
Mate, I'll say this, time heals all wounds, and it's been a long time since you've been a maths teacher, so that wound is healed over, just so.
It has, that's for sure. It's like, I don't do that. I don't need to think about that.
No, exactly. What else has been happening with you, mate? I see you're in a studious background again with your library background. I like it.
Yeah, not even a fake library background. I've been came to Texas this week and be here next week as well, hanging out with the family and squeezing the work in. But just having a good time. Yeah. Quick trip and we're sweating. It is warm, that's for sure, and humid. But all good.
Yeah. And I see as well it's coming up to the end of the month, so I know you leave things to the last time of the period to do it. Clan Wars requirements for next month started yet, mate, or what? What's going on there?
I don't know what you're talking about with the procrastination. That's not me. I don't do things slowly. So we got clan requirements and all the end of the month stuff coming up. So that is indeed what I've been working on, and the 3 question marks as well. I've been working on that, and maybe we'll tell people some stuff here in a few minutes.
Let's see. Very good, very good. All right, mate, let's get to the events of the weekend that was in USA. We had New Hampshire, Minnesota was 2 events. I will say this as well, quickly. There is 2 new videos out there from the Minnesota events. One is from MinnesotaBoy, and the other one is from W. Whelen himself. Great videos on YouTube, Rob. Did you see those videos?
I did not. I know,
you're
man.
Too busy.
You know what I did, though? I believe it was Friday. Yeah. After we recorded this, you had talked about videos last week.
Yeah.
I caught up on all of the videos from both of their channels last Friday. Yeah. So, of course, now here we talk on Wednesday. And because they're both quick, no, I haven't seen them.
They really are. Yeah. I don't know how they are quick, especially both of them. Both of them bring them out like within a day of each other. So great job. Anyway, the rest of the events from there were in, let me see, I got to scroll back to the notes. South Carolina, is it Alabama?
Yes.
I always get the NE mixed up. Nebraska. I always think New England, and it's not even a state. But anyway, and Pennsylvania, around the world, Rob.
Around the world, we had Spain, UK, Switzerland, Victoria, Australia had 2, Denmark had 2, and Lithuania.
And the leaderboards over the weekend, here we go. Friday, we had MinnesotaBoy with 1.06 million points. Joel Cam in second with 804,000 and Herbie in third with 619,000 points. On Saturday,
we had Tofu Girl at 1.92 million, Whelen 1.12 million, and Redman at 864,000.
I did watch that on Saturday, Rob. Saturday evening, watching Whelen and Tofu Girl go at it. They were back and forth for a while, and then I think Whelen just gave up and was like, "Okay, you can have it then." So we went from there. But anyway, on Sunday we had the man himself, the king of Munzee, W. Whelen on 1.17 million points. Geodude DK, 1.05 million points. The Finder 13 on 1.04 million points. So there we go, 3 millionaires on Sunday. Well done. Events coming up around the US, Rob, we have?
Oh, I see why you passed it to me. All right. So we have Ohio times 2. We have Wisconsin. We have Missouri, Arizona, California, Iowa, and I think this is the first one that has ever happened in Rhode Island.
Yes, I know. Cool? I saw that too. Rhode Island. Yeah. And if you ask any other state in the US, apparently Rhode Island doesn't exist. But anyway,
it is the tiniest little thing, and so it's very cute. It's a very cute, tiny little state.
It is.
I've got a geocache from there, and all we did is just barely drove across the border. And you're like, well, we better hurry and find one before you're in another state.
Well, here's a quick information, useless fact for information for everyone as well. I've got a geocache in Rhode Island as well, but Rob, it's the only state that I've got a cache in every single county in the state, and I did it in one day.
Wow.
Yeah, last year or the year before, or something like that was, they actually hosted one event in each county on the same day and different time frames so everyone could do the travel time. So there you go. Wow. Anyway, I digress, Rob. Around the world, we have Germany times 2, and then not 1, not 2, but 3. Yes, 3 events in the good old Australia. Yeah. Yes, down under. New South Wales, ACT, and Queensland as well. So there you go. Australia doing me proud. Rob, I did put this in the notes as well. On Tuesday next week, we have one in Kent, UK, with 19 possible attendees, which is really cool too. So Tuesday, Kent, UK, well done to you as well. And don't forget some large events coming up over the course of the next 6 months or so. We have Boston, Bilston Bonanza, as we said last week, Saturday the 10th of August in Bilston, West Midlands, 23 attendees so far. In September, Rob?
In September, we've got September 20th through the 22nd. There are 4 events that weekend. This is Munzee Mischief in Fort Worth, Texas.
I hope to go there, Rob. I can't guarantee until my new engine is put in my car, but I hope to be there. I'm crossing my fingers and everything else I've got. Meanwhile, January 16th and 19th in Florida, this has been announced, 5 events. That includes a pre-event on the Thursday for the Munzee Mecca down in Florida. So get your Willetens in for that too. There's 18 Willetens so far. There should be some more popping up very, very soon. And I added this one, Rob. I added this one this morning. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Do you want me to talk about it?
Go ahead, because I think you know more about this one than I do. Yeah.
Okay, this is called Munzee Quest. Yeah, Munzee Quest, January 25th. It's in Sydney, Australia, and it coincides with GeoQuest Geocaching Mega / Block Party that's going to happen next year. And it's going to be the same. It's from the same sort of organising committee as the ACT one from this year. So remember the ACT Mega, the first Mega in the Southern Hemisphere, I do believe, Munzee Mega in the Southern Hemisphere was in ACT this year. Same people doing that, and same people are doing this one as well. So yeah, that should be cool. If you're in Queensland, if you're in Australia, January 25th, get your butt down to a GeoQuest Geocaching Mega and also Munzee Quest as well, which is coincide the same date and time. So there you go.
And that's the day before Australia Day. It's the 26th.
There you go. So look at you knowing your Australia Day dates.
It's a good weekend for, getting some caching and Munzee stuff going on.
Exactly.
So let's see that grow. Yeah, and I know it's the 26th because that's also Lou's birthday. So
that's how you know. I wondered why you knew. Yeah. I think everyone, it's funny, I think everyone around the world knows when America's birthday is, because, the 4th of July, the whole thing. Funnily enough, again, I digress, Rob, but you're American. I ask you a question. You always say your dates with the month first and then the date, right? So you say, January 1st, January 2nd. Why is it that you say 4th of July and not July 4th?
I don't know. It just seems to, maybe it rolls off the tongue as a celebration or a declaration of, everybody else may say it this way for every single other date. So we're gonna take that and claim it too. So I don't know.
Or maybe it's like a stick your finger up to the British after you beat them sort of thing on the 4th of July, saying, well, it was the 4th of July, but we're going to change now how we tell every other date in the rest of the year. So anyway, all right, mate, let's move on from this week. Things happening this week. We've got the double point weekends / triple points for the mailbox owners this weekend itself on greenies, flats, cards, temp virtuals, mysteries, and scattered types. Now, Rob, there's a tip coming up at the end of this episode too that would literally get you thousands upon thousands of points this weekend if you can set it up beforehand. So there you go.
Right. Or maybe it's tens. We don't know with your maths. So, I'm just going to leave that open-ended as, maybe it's not that. Who knows? Exactly. But yes, it is the weekend for messing around with all those elemental mysteries. And because you've also got it on scattered types, then doesn't it make sense that you would play with the specific pieces that also send out the other pieces that are also double, triple times 6 if you wanted that one. Yeah. So
I love it. And what else is happening, Rob, this week?
Well, let's see. Yesterday, as far as podcast days go, on Thursday we actually put out some reseller mechs, brand new ones, and because of the style of the setup of the mailbox and how it's a festival feast, and there's this whole tournament vibe to it and all that kind of stuff. You've got the White Knight has ridden in, and there's no one to challenge the White Knight.
So it's by himself.
Here, enter the resellers. The resellers have entered the fray. So we've got all 4 resellers around the world that got these mechs. They're all by the same color scheme as from their rumbots. So you've got the blue, red, yellow, green. And if you want to pick those up, there's a badge that comes along with it, which is the blueprint, so you can rebuild it in the future. And you have to go to each of the resellers in order to get that one. So
Rob, quick questions now for you. Look, me with my questions. Number one is, can I purchase one from each reseller?
Yes. And this one is kind of like the previous, like the Rumbot. So if you wanted to actually purchase more than just the one, then you can, as opposed to like the Glass Guardian, the reseller Glass Guardian, you can only have one of those throughout the entire year.
Fair enough. So you can pick up multiple ones and different types as well. For those people out there who are not mailbox holders and or not the mailbox holders at the time when the night came out, the Night Mech came out with the mailbox. Unfortunately, you can't get it now.
But if they purchase a mailbox, if they did that starting on the second day, we do actually go back and build in that they receive the mech, because the mech is actually the most valuable portion of the mailbox, and so that's why we give that to everyone on the first day. So anyway, yes, upon purchase, if they buy it late, now they're going to miss out on like day 2, 3, 4
of course
this point, but they do, and so you don't know that we have it set up that way. So you know, as you say, like sense. You can't get it. I'm like, but we try to do the right thing there. And as far as the mailbox goes, I believe that we're taking it out of the store because it becomes very much not good value beyond probably Friday. So
so if you haven't got the mailbox yet, then by the looks of things, you've missed out on it as such per se. But yeah, if you don't have a mailbox and didn't want to buy a mailbox, you don't know what we're talking about with a Night Mech, then the Night Mech is like a knight with armor sitting on a horse, and he's got like that pole thing that they have, jousting sticks, that sort of thing, whatever it's called. So this would be the other person to joust the Night Mech that's already out there, so the White Knight. So there we go. Very, very good, Rob. Very good. I did see on the on Facebook as well that new badges have come out as well for capping dragons and eggs. And I will say, there's some people out there, the dragon, what do you call it? The mother of dragons, you know.
Oh yeah.
Sue, for instance, she's the mother of dragons. Straight away, I got 2 badges. As soon as you announced this, I got 2 brand new badges. So obviously I've capped enough of them to go on from there. What are the new badges, Rob?
Well, they're exactly that. They're badges for capping a certain number of dragons or eggs, dragons and or eggs. So it's a combination of all those things. I believe I got the first one because the first one's easy. It's, cap 1. So I might be at 5, 6, something like that. So
Rob,
I need to chase them more. But
see, again, this is why I say I always say it once in an episode as well. I'm a player first and foremost. I'm always a player. I've got a lot more caps than you, Rob, when it comes to the dragons, and I've got 3 of the badges so far. So I'm happy with that.
That is good.
There you go. There you go. What else is happening, Rob? I think Sam developed something new this week, did he, for Whelen?
Yes. Now here's the thing. You, I think, know more about this because I had no idea. So you put this one in there.
It to me. Okay. What happened, people? Yeah. So what happened is that a couple of weeks ago, Whelen put in a request for Rob. Like, these things happen. Rob doesn't know what's good and bad or indifferent unless he gets requests, people. So always send me a request or do it on Discord or personal message, whatever you want to do. I'm happy to accept all and any. And I asked Rob first. Normally I ask Rob off air first because some of them are just totally ridiculous. And I'll private message back the person saying Rob said no. And that's it. That'll be the end of it, you see. But some requests I don't know about. And so this one here, I put in a request 2 weeks ago on the podcast, and it was this. Whelen asked 2 weeks ago, can you see the 100-foot radius on web maps for event pins so he can sort of create a trail he can't deploy from his computer, but he can like print out or organize a trail for the event pins around an event site, or have a look at the map, for instance, and go, you know what, that park is going to be good. I can get 50 pins in that park. Oh, no, I can only get 20 pins in that park. So he can do his research and go from there. Well, guess what Sam did? He put this in for Whelen as well. So there you go, people. You can now have like a pretend sort of walking track or trail to create your event pins prior to going out to deploy them in person. So there you go.
I guess he thinks that the event hosts, who know the most about the deploying and all that kind of stuff and creating the walking routes as you go around those events. And if they know, and he Sam enjoys, building in things that are quality of life improvements for even if it's a small group, of people to impact. But the event hosts are an important group of people because they're the ones that are entertaining all of us.
Exactly. And speaking of entertaining, those videos, Rob, I'm telling you now, the games in which they play, and I spoke to Whelen privately as well. He's coming out very soon. I'm saying it now on the podcast, so it pushes him to do it.
Yeah.
He's got a video, like a snippet video of every single type of Munzee style game that they've created for their events over the past 12 months, 24 months, whatever it is. So he's got I think there's maybe 10 games out there.
Wow.
And what he's done is he's actually posted a video, but it's private. So now this is pushing him to make it public. He wants to know what would be the best of the best. In other words, what was the most fun games to play from 1 to 10 and rank them. So, I think he should push it out and have a look from there. It inspires, and he's happy too. It inspires other people, other event hosts to make more of your Munzee events than just meeting up a park, capping a thing, having some lunch, or just having a chat and walking away. You know what I mean? Yeah. It creates a bit more camaraderie, more fun, more enjoyment for the day. So
something that's easier to invite, other people to come and join in on, the word starts to spread. And if you've got a group of people together that are playing games that are loud, that are excited about something, then as others walk by, maybe they go, hey, what is that?
What's that?
Got the Munzee flag up. Cool.
Yep.
Or you find people actually talk to you as you're out there walking trails and capping Munzees. Then if they've seen, if a shirt that you have on that says Munzee, then you get a question because, hey, what is this thing? And
exactly.
Exactly.
And then you can have your own printed out referral cards that you can hand over, which I'm told, Rob, it's a possibility where the code has now changed so people can scan the referral code and get straight to the Play Store or
have you been told that? That's cool because here's what I know. I know that last Friday Sam listened to the podcast. So thanks for listening. And it was added to the documentation
that's what
we have on the back end so that it's one of those Sam listened and he heard the request or however you and I chatted about it, and I said oh yeah, that makes sense. Maybe that's something or that we need to look at because I think it's just code that has been left out, but it shouldn't be that difficult. Sam added it for documentation, but I don't think he's done the work, and that's because he's working on a very big project right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Sam is. Yeah. Is it a Munzee project?
It is.
Tell us more.
It's on Cuppazy, but
what?
I can't tell you all the things, man, but I can tell you a few things this week. So this is how you and I work. You just put some pressure on Whelen to get his video out there, right? And the easiest way for us to put pressure on the things that are going on is to talk about them publicly, like on this podcast. And so if I spill a few more beans about what Sam is working on, then maybe it makes, we're already super excited, honestly. Sam and I have gone back and forth about this project about gardens for a couple of years, like before he was even part of the team. So it's a big deal. It's really going to change a lot of stuff. It's going to make life much easier for those people who build gardens and also for those who like to deploy in gardens. The process itself has been documented through lots of videos. I think you've made videos about how to deploy in a garden. Your video is going to just need to be taken down because it's going to be so wrong, wrong. And it will be like the old school long way to deploy in a garden. Now there will be people that will still do it. So okay, fine. Leave your video up. You just convinced me. There will be people who still do it the old way, but the old way is going to become so much more work once you see how quick it is on Cuppazy. So last week, you and I said, and you didn't even fully know the reason that we needed to continue to say, Cuppazy is very important. Everyone get Cuppazy. If you take the time to listen to this podcast and you've never downloaded Cuppazy and logged into it, you're missing out on a major part of the gameplay experience. You really are. So get Cup of Z now, because what we're working on has gone into a very small beta testing group, very small. And I am not sure what the speed is of release on this, but I know that Sam is very excited about it because he continues to work a lot on it. The people who are doing a bit of testing, very excited about it. And then there's me. I'm very excited about all the things, and I really want this one live soon.
Wow! Did you see that, Rob? I didn't interrupt you at all. I didn't say. I didn't say nothing. I didn't. I just let everyone listen to your voice.
There you go. Because I actually said a whole lot more than I probably thought, or
you did.
Normally would. Like, that's a lot of information.
You did. You did. I mean, I'll be honest, Rob, as well. Is that I have seen a couple of little tidbits here and there, and whatever as well. I will say, because Carson as well, Buckeye Cash 111, he's got a fantastic video out there about how to build a Munzee garden, and it's a step by step process. Like, it's a long, hard, lengthy process, but he did a great job in explaining it. Rob, I still go back to that video even now when I'm creating a garden. So this is my suggestion personally, and you probably won't agree with it, Rob, and that is, if rather than me now spend the next, hour, 2-3 hours building a garden in the next sort of week or two, I might just hold off, Rob. What do you think about that? If I just hold off building a garden so I can build it within the space of maybe, 10 minutes instead?
Oh, man. It's going to be that easy. There will be new people building gardens that have never tried it before, because the old virtual garden painter and other tools that are out there to be used are going to feel like, how could I ever have done it with these ancient tools? That is how it's going to feel. It's such a massive technology upgrade. That you think of the people that come to you with questions that are tech related the most, they might be able to build a garden. With your help, of course, they're going to come to you.
Exactly.
I hate to say it's super easy, but I've even built a garden that I never would have been able to build in the past.
And yours, it's just a circle, Rob. Anyway,
I couldn't have done it.
But I will say this as well. What it also does, it allows those garden builder people out there to not have to worry and stress about exact perfect deployments either. So there you go. Look at that. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. We're not going to say too much more about it, because that's coming up in a future episode. Absolutely. Yeah. But people out there, seriously, get excited, get Cup of Z, and give Sam a big round of applause in your own car or wherever you listen to this right now, because he has done a fantastic job with this. I'm telling you. Anyway. Sam,
we had that live audience,
he really is the man. Exactly. I'll put it in the post. But also, Rob, before we move on, because we're going long in the tooth now, we've got to talk about August, the Player Appreciation Month for August. August 9 and 11, triple point weekend on everything for premium members only. So if you're not a premium member yet, get your premium membership in. Make sure it's done, because August is going to be a big month for premium members, I do say. I'm just going off what the post is on the Facebook. That's all it is.
You are correct. We appreciate our players, all of you, regardless of whether you're a premium or not. We truly do appreciate you. However, we really, really, really appreciate the premium players, because you're the ones who keep the lights on. You're the ones who dig into your pocket and a little bit to pay, for some additional tools, and we want to thank you. But yes, this is going to be a game-wide celebration for the month of August. We celebrate us in July because it is our birthday, and we thank everyone for celebrating with us. And then in August, we come back around and celebrate you. So you, the player, thank you.
There you go. And Rob, guess what as well? I'm going to skip the question of the week for you this week, because we're going along in the tooth. So how's that, mate? How's that? I'm going to get straight to the Munzee tip of the week, because this is a big tip and it needs to have some time on it as well. This tip came from Renee on Discord, and it is this. It says, what you do is you can build yourself a little element trap garden. Now, what we're talking about, remember I think a couple of weeks ago I talked about the electric trap? Mm-hmm. Well, that's the virtual version. This is the physical version of that, and it's all about the elements. So you can put a fire, an ice, a water, an earth, all physical items right there. Put 3 greenies around in close proximity, as close as you can. And then at the end, what you can do is you can magnetize each one of those elements. So you're going to use 4 magnets for each one of those elements, and then capture the bouncer, 1 bouncer, and then go around and capture the scatters on each one of the greenies. Capture another bouncer, capture the greenies, capture another bouncer. You can see how now this is going to build up your points. Number 1, your points, because triple points on mysteries and scatters for mailbox holders, double points for everyone else. So it builds up your points that way. But it also, guess what? It also closes your, ready, Sam? It closes your queue rates.
Oh, you said it again.
I said it again. You can close your queue rates without using your crowbars. So there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a really cool idea. So thank you very much to Renee from Discord for that as well.
Oh, it's Riney.
Riney, sorry. Yeah. Riney. Yeah. See, that's again, I can't read. Yeah. I'll repronounce it Riney, but I won't repronounce Q rates. Just saying that. Just for Sam. I know.
Great plan.
Mm-hmm. But also, Rob, Riney also then mentions put in a double points booster on physical captures, because that lasts for 2 hours, remember, not the 30 minutes. Yep. And you can sit there doing it for the next 2 hours and get, I will say, mathematics-wise, thousands of points.
And I'll agree that is correct. We won't say exactly how many, but thousands.
No, we'll just say thousands and thousands. Meanwhile, Rob, this ends another official Munzee podcast.
Thanks for joining us on this Munzee adventure.
So don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcasting app. And, of course, join us next week for another very informative episode.
And remember, Munzee is more than a game. It's a worldwide community of mobile game players.
So keep scanning, keep discovering, and keep that Munzee spirit alive, Rob. 1, 2, 3, Munzee on. There we go. That was kind of close.
Ding.